go back again with another video today. Yes, I was going to say a match day video, but it's clearly not. It's the day after the match day, and we're in 4th position still after all 4 afternoon games. Only Manchester City and Liverpool to go. If Manchester City win today, we will stay in 4th position in the Champions League place after 11 games up to the next, of course, international break. Absolutely fantastic display yesterday from Sunderland. Never say never, never say die. Till the end attitude. Brilliant. We never know when we are beaten. Unless we go 2 down, we always have a chance of getting back into a game if we're behind. If it's a draw, there's always a chance of winning a game of football. So far, Sunderland have won 5, drawn 3 and lost 2. I mean, 1-5, drawn 4, lost 2, of course, you absolute tatey. And yesterday, Mikel Arteta was twisting about, us making their throw-ins a bit shorter because of the barriers. But I mean, we have long throw-ins as well, so it's the same for both sides. And I thought it was a battling display. And as I said, to be in 4th position after 11 games, that just shuts up all the noise around people saying, oh, you haven't played many teams, any good teams. What a load of crock of shite. Arsenal, the best team in the league at this moment in time, struggled to break us down because of the likes of Dan Ballard. It's a team performance. It's a team performance. The whole team played really well. 1 or 2 errors in different positions. The players will learn from the mistakes. But let's moving forward to individual players. Let's talk about Dan Ballard. Is Dan Ballard one of the best, if not the best, centre-back at this moment in time on performances when he's on the pitch in the Premier League? He is awesome. 26 years of age. Came from the Arsenal Academy. He was 8 years of age when he was at Arsenal. He left back in 2022 to Sunderland. Roughly 21 years of age, 22 years of age. And now he's here at 26 years old. I mean, Northern Ireland, he scored 5 goals in 32 appearances. Yesterday, he won 50% of his duels on goal. Duels on the ground, sorry. 6 clearances. Nobody dribbled past Daniel Ballard. Won 5 of the 11 aerial duels from the 7th minute when he jumped up and put Morello in his place. He played an absolute awesome game of football, my man of the match. That challenge, that header away, they were twisting about the elbow. You've got to jump with the arms, simple as. Their play came into Dan Ballard. Dan Ballard held his ground and put in a performance yesterday. The goal was a superb, a striker's finish, wasn't it? And number 9 would be over the moon with that finish. A lovely touch driving into the penalty box. I think he starts it off with a header down, then gets the ball back. Touch in the box and then a bullet top corner. Wow, the centre fans are absolutely delirious. It was a fantastic finish from Daniel Ballard. He's not just great with his head, it looks like he's got some good feet as well. He dribbles with the ball well, passes the ball well. Some of his passes around the park are nothing short than miraculous, fantastic. But then again, after the goal, he's still going. He's an engine, he's a tank. Never stops running working his socks off. Like all of Sunderland players, till the end, Dan Ballard putting his body on the line to save the day with that last stoppage time minute block. This guy is absolutely fantastic. That's why I do believe if he's not the best in the Premier League, he is the best in the Premier League. Never mind your Virgil van Dijks. I know Virgil van Dijk in his day was the best. He may be a little bit over the top now. Daniel Ballard is absolutely fantastic. Gabriel, of course. You got likes of Gabriel. And what do you call it? Gehi. Of course, the Crystal Palace defender. He's a good player as well. But I'm putting Dan Ballard as an all-round centre-back with his goal threats and his defensive clearances and putting in a full shift work in his socks. If I give Daniel Ballard my number 1, I wouldn't have anybody else there apart from Dan Ballard. At this moment in time, on these specific performances, he is the best in the Premier League. People say, are you looking through your red and white striped eyes? I don't care. He was absolutely amazing yesterday. And the only one game we've lost when he's actually been on the pitch for the majority of the game was against Manchester United. He was taken off against Burnley when it was 0-0 with the injury. So that's how good Daniel Ballard is. Absolute dreamland. I am in awe of what is happening around this club. It is Sunderland Association Football Club. The owners have got this absolutely 100% correct. And a few years ago, you know, we're scratching our heads thinking, are we ever going to get out of League One or even the Championship? But you have to give credit where credit's due. They brought in Regis Labris, who is absolutely amazing. Where'd they find this bloke from? His tactics are really good. The way we play in the football, even not always with the low block, but the two banks of 5 and 4 against the good teams. You know, taking 4 points off Chelsea and Arsenal is no mean feat. It's absolutely amazing. And of course, Dan Ballard, 73% of his duels on the ground he's won this season. 60% of his aerial duels has won this season. And he's made, you know, like I said, the only game that we've lost with him in the side was against Manchester United. 90 games for Sunderland so far, and pardon me, 7 goals. Not long before he's played 100 games for Sunderland, 26 years of age. For me, like I said, he is absolutely brilliant. And, you know, you need players like that when you have a team that we've brought in these players in, for the players to come in. You know, we seem to like, the players hit the ground running. They've gelled really well. Now, the person who holds all this together seems to be Granit Xhaka. He is he is the signing of the season, the signing of the window, the signing of the century. Potentially, I think he's our best signing ever. Absolutely amazing. You know, for what he does, the captaincy, coming in, getting the captain's armband, and he's just been amazing. Now, you know, you bring the likes of, you know, Hitruda, who did well yesterday, Mukele yesterday. Again, Mukele put the bloody shift in. He's not far behind. Daniel Ballard scored a goal, lovely throw-ins, does all the jobs you need to do, clearances, triume, the same sort of kind of level as Dan Ballard. League One coming through and making it in the Premier League. You've got to give respect. I'm proud of these lads, I really am. Then, of course, you've got Ronaldo, and then midfield, Safc, who's learning from the general himself. Safc runs his socks off. He's a 20-year-old lad. He's still learning his trade, and he's got a good, you know, role model there with Xhaka. Traore is getting better with each game, and you've got likes of Lafi. Lafi had an off game yesterday. Come on, let's face it, he had a bit of an off game, made 1 or 2 mistakes. But if the majority of your side, you know, he still runs his socks off, I'm going to say nothing away from him. He's been man of the match a couple of times this season already. So, you know, he's done his bit. And just because he did make 1 or 2 mistakes yesterday, he will learn from that. He will learn from that. And hopefully we'll get better as the season goes on. The players are still learning about each other as well. Remember that. And let's not forget Isidore, but let's see Brian Brobby. I wasn't quite sure about Brian Brobby. Never really heard much about him. I heard he had a problem last season. I don't even know if it was a stalker to do him or someone else, but he was off his game. He's come here, and we seem to have this knack of Regis Labris and obviously Granit Xhaka and coaches are getting these players fit and peaking. And that was a brilliant goal yesterday. Again, it was Dan Ballard with the assist. Dan Ballard who won the header to get the ball down. And Brobby, you know, Arsenal fans crying about some sort of free kick. What a load of shite. It's a man's game, and that was a man's challenge. And he hit the ball into the back of the net before the player even decided to come in and head his foot. Absolutely fantastic. So we do go into the challenge. Well, let me know who's your best player, best central defender in the Premier League. I know there's some bloody good defenders out there. I know one defender got sent off today for the noisy neighbours up the road who are down now 2 points off the relegation zone, down at about 13th to 14th, losing 3-1 to Brentford today. 7 points behind Sunderland, you know. We have to enjoy this. We do have to enjoy it. There's no point, you know, humming and hawing about this, that and the other. Let's just enjoy life while it is, because it has been absolutely fantastic season so far. Yes, things could, you know, change so quickly, but, you know, we're in 4th place. I'm going to enjoy that. Why we're last in 4th place, why we stay in 4th place. We could stay. Can we actually stay in 4th place? Arsenal had a game yesterday. They did had a game yesterday. The first half, you know, was a majority of Arsenal, but we showed our mettle. We scored the goal, and we defended like stalwarts. We defended really well with quality. And of course, second half, they're going to really change their game up the tempo, get a good talking to at half time from Mikel Arteta, and they turned it around. I think they're going to go and win the game of football. You know, but we just never say die. We never lie down. We never give up. We have a total commitment to the cause. So there we go. Life's good at the moment to being a Sunderland supporter. It is absolutely, like I said, absolutely amazing. I'm over the moon with the lads. I'm so proud. And it is what it is. Like I say, Regis Labris has to take a lot of credit for this, as well as the team. That's what it is. It is a team performance. Absolutely brilliant. So there we go. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts down below on Dan Ballard. He is the rock. he has come on. He's got to be the most improved player along with Triume in the last decade for me. Coming from nowhere to being where they are now, right up there as some of the best players in the Premier League. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your weekend. SAFC Fan TV's on tonight. Join in. I'll be on there. And we'll catch you later, folks. Cheers. Get in. I'm going to enjoy this international break. Even though I don't like them, still good when you're right up there. Hey. Oh, one last thing. Of course, I do this a lot. I forgot all about the keeper, Robin Roofs. You know, he's been our man of the match a couple of times this season as well. He's had some absolutely outstanding performances. And yesterday, with his last gasp save before Ballard come in with the block, was another awesome one. So there we go. At the moment, the team is performing. Even the substitutes come on, you know, subs. Yesterday we took off Hatruda and we brought on, you know, Eliza Mayende to go with another striker. We didn't sit back and invest in our laurels. We went for it. We went for the draw. We went for the win. We're not shy to go on the offensive. There's more. There's definitely a lot more sort of tools in his kit that we give credit for Regis Labris. He's absolutely fantastic. So there we go. Anyway, there we go. I'll pop on again just to make sure I don't miss anybody out, because it would be an absolute shame if I did. And if I have, I do apologise. I'm getting a bit old, a bit senile. See you later, folks.